arguably 90 years in the making. And when it breaks out, it's going to break out spectacularly. And that is going to be when the rate cutting cycle begins at the next monetary crisis, when the reverse repos run out. This is my theory, and I could be wrong about it all. But in case I'm right, you might want to have some silver now. The biggest gold rallies happen when the rate hiking cycle begins, and then gold tends to fall as interest rates stay at or near zero. I don't think that is going to happen this time. I think as rates stay near zero this time, gold is just going to keep going up and up and up, along with silver, because we'll be in an endgame scenario as the monetary system blows apart. But you can see here,
silver jumped 7.8% in dollar terms across November, its strongest rise since July, to make its first monthly finish above $25 per troy since July 2021. Rafi Farber, a financial analyst, identifies a critical 90-year triangular pattern in the silver market, predicts a substantial breakout, and recommends holding silver for potential market shifts. Despite the prevailing low interest rates, Farber envisions a forthcoming rally in gold, driven by the anticipated rate cuts. Gold prices rallied to an all-time high on Friday after remarks from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell increased traders' confidence the U.S. central bank had completed its monetary policy tightening and could cut rates starting in March. According to Rafi Farber, silver is poised for a potential rally with low retail interest, paving the way for substantial growth when investors return. Silver is also moving higher again and is outperforming gold over the last 2 weeks. Silver has rallied nearly 20% over the last 2 months and is trading at its highest since late August. As per Farber, the recent market developments show silver rising alongside gold, but SLV holdings hitting a new low suggests waning retail interest. Silver's giant SLV ETF continues to shrink as investors take profit, down 0.4% on Thursday to its smallest since May 2020. The silver market demonstrates a robust upward trend as of November 27th, with its price appreciating by 1.86% to $24.72. This positive momentum is anchored around a pivotal $24.29 level, suggesting a bullish sentiment. Now, we present the clips of Rafi Farber's insights from his recent video with Arcadia Economics. Before we continue to delve into this discussion, please subscribe to our channel and activate the bell icon for timely updates.
This is going on as silver is breaking out, along with gold and silver mining shares. SLV holdings have fallen to a new post-silver squeeze low, and that is at, what is this, 13,562.62 tons for November 29th, 2023. And it's just below the low here in September of 2023. So that means there's really no interest in SLV in retail traders who use silver to gain dollars rather than buy silver themselves. This is showing that retail is not interested, so they have a lot to push silver up. There's a lot of room for silver to go up when retail does join the market, and we know by low premiums these days that retail is just not interested in silver right now, which gives a lot of room for the rally that is already underway. Now, this chart is from John Rubino's Substack. You can find that at rubino.substack.com. I highly recommend it. He's a good guy. He shows this chart, which shows gold's price action when rate cutting cycles begin. The biggest gold rallies happen when the rate hiking cycle begins, and then gold tends to fall as interest rates stay at or near zero. I don't think that is going to happen this time. I think as rates stay near zero this time, gold is just going to keep going up and up and up, along with silver, because we'll be in an endgame scenario as the monetary system blows apart. But you can see here that the big gold rally from 2006 to 2012 began as interest rates topped out in 2006 and really accelerated as interest rates were pushed towards zero. And we see here again, we are when interest rates topped out in 2018 or early 2019 at 2%, and they were pushed down again towards zero. We had another gold rally to new all-time highs. And finally, we are at the point where interest rates have maxed out. It looks at 5.25 or 5.3%, whatever that is. And when they start cutting, gold is going to go, it's going to go close to vertical, as we'll be in a monetary crisis, and silver will go even closer to vertical. I don't know how high it will get, but it's going to be pretty scary for dollar holders. So there's been a triangle building in the silver market. This is silver futures. since 2020, since the low of March 2020, capped off by silver squeeze here in February 2021 at $30. That's the upper end of the triangle. This is the lower end during the March 2020 lows, and it has been closing in and narrowing since then, and we are at right near an apex right now, but this triangle goes back much farther than this. Let's go to the next chart. This is since 2002, and though this is not a perfect chart, and technicals are never 100% perfect, it is kind of voodoo-ish. We have a triangle that has been established since the lows in silver at the end of 2001. I think this is like $2.50 or maybe $3, something like that. And this triangle has been loosely moving up since then. And we have a little icicle here when it broke through the lows in March 2020, but it is reestablished here with a tangency in September of 2022, and we see the clear downtrend in the triangle since the tops at 50 in May 2011, and we are narrowing down in a very similar looking triangle, but it goes even further than that. This triangle you could draw all the way back, and it's not as clean, it's not as perfect, but it is still there, all the way back to 1933, when silver was just 25 cents an ounce. And this is a logarithmic chart, but it is still there basically from 1933 at 25 cents all the way up to now. And here is the low in 2001 at $2 and maybe 75 cents, whatever that is. And we see here the downtrend established and 2011 highs at 50 and moving down to where we are now. So this is a massive triangle, arguably 90 years in the making. And when it breaks out, it's going to break out spectacularly. And that is going to be when the rate cutting cycle begins at the next monetary crisis, when the reverse repos run out. This is my theory, and I could be wrong about it all. But in case I'm right, you might want to have some silver now.
Rafi Farber believes Fortuna is a standout silver miner, citing its impressive nearly 60% gain compared to a 38% loss for the SI Global Silver Miners ETF since 2011. Overall, market sentiment on Fortuna Silver Mines stock has been high lately. FSM receives a bullish rating from the Investors Observer Stock Sentiment Indicator. Fortuna Silver Mines Incorporation stock is trading at $3.84 on Tuesday, November 28th, a rise of $0.07 or 1.88% from the previous closing price of $3.77. Furthermore, he is also alert to unusual events with Newmont mining, suggesting a capitulation in gold and silver mining stocks. According to Bank of America Global Research, Newmont is the world's largest gold producer and one of the leading miners of copper. Bank of America sees 2024 production of 8.1 million ounces of gold with an all-in sustaining cost of $1,232 per ounce. Both Newmont and the ETF have recently experienced a bullish surge. The upward momentum in gold, surpassing $2,040, played a role in elevating Newmont beyond a critical technical resistance level. Let's get back to the interview.
Fortuna Silver Mines, symbol FSM. Fortuna is a no-brainer for silver miners if you are into buying silver miners in preparation for a silver run to the moon, wherever the moon is. This is an all-time chart of Fortuna versus the SIL Silver Miners ETF, and it gives a very compelling reason why Fortuna is one of the leading silver miners. At least from this chart, it is very obvious. Going back to 2011 here on Y charts, we see here that Fortuna has been outperforming the SIL Global Silver Miners ETF 59% since 2011 versus down 37% for SIL. So Fortuna has gained close to 60%, while the SIL ETF, averaging out all big silver miners, has lost about 38%. So it's really no contest. Fortuna continues to be, in my view, one of the better gold and silver miners out there. I do own it, and I am biased. Do your own due diligence, etc., etc. Now, here is the really crazy number that I actually reported on the Endgame Investor yesterday, or 2 days ago if you're watching this, on Friday. This really shocked me. I can't believe I missed this. Well, I can believe it. I don't look at every single number every day. But this was a pretty big thing to miss. This happened on November 7th. The top chart is the price action of Newmont, the biggest gold miner in the world. We see here, we have a 3-year low here. I think it was $33 or something like that. We'll go into the table in the next slide exactly. But you see here a humongous to about 100 million shares of volume. This is daily volume. These are daily volume bars. This is the latest, I think, for November. What are we, 29th now? November 30th. So this bar up here goes up to about 100 million. I think it's 98 million, but let's just say 100 million shares traded. There is some truly crazy stuff happening, specifically with Newmont mining, the biggest gold miner in the world, and I believe it signals a capitulation in the gold and silver mining stocks sector. And these numbers are really off the wall. They will probably shock you, as they shocked me. I was 3 weeks late in finding them, as silver is breaking out of its stupor. Holdings in the SLV ETF have hit a new post-silver squeeze low, meaning that the retail traders are not participating in this rally. This is the big boys. These are the big position holders, the institutional money that's moving in. Retail has yet to move in, and when they do, silver will move even higher probably. Something big is happening in Newmont. This is an all-time chart of the top volume days, the days of the most trading volume in Newmont going back to its founding in the 1970s. I think 1971 or 72 or 74, something like that. But you see, these are the top 23 slots, maybe 24. I didn't count them exactly, 23 or 24. And all the bold ones happened within the last month. The earliest of the bold, October 26th, 2013. I apologize for the European style of date writing here, but that's just the standard in my Excel. Maybe it makes more sense, but let's not argue that point. So we have all the bold here. 4 of the 5 bold are in November 2023, this month. So of the top 23 volume days ever in Newmont trading shares, 4 of them are this month in November 2023. Something huge is going on with this stock. And as you see here, the top trading day was November 7th, 2023 at 98,182,700 shares.
Metals Focus's weekly update forecasts an all-time high in industrial demand for silver this year, particularly in sectors like photovoltaics, maintaining historically high levels despite economic challenges and a market deficit. Silver's current trading price comfortably surpasses the 50-day exponential moving average, EMA, of $23.13, reinforcing the short-term bullish trend. How has the recent surge in silver prices impacted your investment strategy? And what factors do you believe will continue to shape the market in the coming months? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you find this video informative, don't forget to support our channel and turn on notifications to stay informed about our latest videos. See you in the next video.